Yo, Trap Trader here about to break down our trades for the day. What's today? July 1st, 2025. Took the trade around 9 a.m. ish. Positive was like 275. Then we entered in on MQ, which MES, which I eventually lost that trade. That kind of sucked. But the ES trade did work out fine, so we ended up positive on the day, and not a bad day, not a bad way to start the month and the week, since I'm up around 700 ish on the week, but not a bad way. And the trade was pretty smooth. Didn't really like the setup, that's why I went in ES first, but re-entered on MQ. I mean ES, like the minis, and to re-entered on the minis because I felt like the setup was clear and the risk was there, and I wasn't really risking more than I would like to. I think it was around like 275, yeah, 1-to-1 ratio on the trade. Um, the buy side going into the day was bullish. Buy side was bullish, just like overall, I was bullish on the buy side. But yeah, let's get into it. I can show you why I took this trade. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. But yeah, all right, let's get a little replay going. I'll show you the buy side, everything that came in my mind. 745 is fine. All right. So going into today, very bullish overnight. A whole lot of buy side. We have to come sweep. Mindset going to the day. At least see us get to this. Want to see us get to that, but I'm not gonna overly risk that, especially NQ was not on the same time frame. Like NQ was going against this trade the whole time. That's why I wasn't really feeling it, because I like to align the biases on ES and MQ, which if ES is a stronger asset, NQ has to be a weaker asset, and EQ should today show that it was a weaker asset. Going into the day, basically 30-minute, ES did not sweep this bottom low, so now definitely showing me that it's the stronger asset. Come over here, you can see that NQ did sweep this low. Boom, boom, boom. Come in a little bit. Should just put it up on a 5. Sorry about that. As you can see, NQ did sweep this low going into the day. So my mindset is ES is the stronger asset because we never swept this low. We created a strong SMT on a 30 minutes, so we are on a bigger time SMT. So we gotta watch the bigger time, and we can look down at the 1 minute from time to time. But the bigger time framing would be where the trade would be at, which it eventually was. So jump down to the 15 minute. It's gonna play. It's gonna play. It's gonna play. Put the speed down. Tap it. See if they'll play. Okay, here we go. Okay, breaks up again, comes here, boom. This is where I entered on the 5 minute. I don't know why I was still on the 15 minute anyway, but I entered on the 5 minute. Got in around here, 1-to-1 basically, 1 to 1.5. Trade was smooth. Um, the SMT, which gave me my clear confirmation on the trade, because I was looking for something like this, but I don't know. This is why I entered in on MQ first, MES first, just because I wasn't really like I don't really take setups like this. Like this is just clear. Like it's all the way up here in the range of this little in this little bubble. Taking a bullet set up here. I would rather take it down here, but we never really got any manipulation down there to take it. But this trade wasn't bad. It was just not like a setup I normally take. Like wasn't a setup I normally take. That's why I kind of jumped in MQ first just to like test the waters. Tested it. Said okay, it has a chance. It respected this. Never got it got below this. Never swept it. Came back up. Re-entered. Got it here. Boom. Got out there. Was like and some people were saying, well, not people were saying, but ideal in my mind was to target these highs just to get, it makes it a little sweeter. That's Asia high. We always, well, I don't say we always, but we have a likelihood of going to Asia high, especially if we're in the same session. But my mindset was just kind of just get this little chop here, little quick 1-to-1, and then it eventually didn't. It eventually rolled over too. So That was great on my call just to take the quick move. And the quick move often is the best move. I mean, I won't say it often is the best move, but it's better than seeing it roll over like this and getting stopped out when you were up like 275 or 300 and you watch it just roll over, especially on that big candle, that big red candle, and you know that it's going to give it some protection. And now you have a likelihood of a bullish SMT coming up. If well, a bullish, I said bullish, bearish SMT if it comes up here and it'll tap that, and now the likelihood of it's getting up here is kind of slim to none. But yeah, and then you probably been stopped out too because this move down here would have already got you out. But and then look at NQ this whole time, boom, 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 boom. That's why I said this. The biases weren't aligned at all. Like it wasn't ES says here and Q was all the way down there. Like it wasn't like you really want them to be like a little bit over something kind of strong and it just follows up with it, or you want it to be kind of somewhat the same, and you can just pick which one you want to take. But yeah, that was a trade. Like the setup was there. Not really a setup I like to take, but still took it. It played out. I don't know why this but wants to come out, but I'll just take it out. But still played out well. Honestly, like I'm not mad at the setup. Well, obviously I'm not mad because I made money, but looking back at it, this was probably the only setup that was there to take, unless you took a little setup in the overmarket. The I said the overmarket, but the pre-market, because this was a setup here in the pre-market on NQ that I did not take, but I did draw it out. Kind of wait for this change, come back into this. Hold up, hold on 1 minute. Kind of show you guys this setup because this was just something I was just kind of not like somewhat back testing it, just watching it to see if it could get up there. So if I'm not mistaken, it was basically sell side getting swept, credit this SMT, breaks up through this SMT, then we enter in after we get this change in it was the change in state up here, but after we break this change in state here. So we break this change in state and we have another SMT that would be right there. Boom. So we got two SMTs that are bullish. Well, the first one, yeah, bullish. So we enter on that SMT. So we basically enter there and we target this right there, which this eventually did work out too as well. But I did not take this trade. But the risk was there, risking 500 to make around 550 ish, kind of 1 to 1 as well. Wasn't too crazy. Actually, I think I entered in. No, did I enter in there? Actually, you know what? I did enter. Well, I didn't enter in, but I saw it. I put the setup thing here, kind of targeting this high right here in tight risk, which was like maybe like $200 ish. So kind of $200 ish, and kind of like, oh, I wonder if it could do that, and eventually did that. When it opened, it kind of chopped around though, then came back down, got close, went against you a little bit, then made it up there. Something I have to look back at because it was pre-market, and I don't really like taking trades pre-market, but I was like kind of had it on the draw just in case, as you could see earlier, I had it on the draw just to see because I knew it had to get to this change in state, but I mean I don't really regret not taking it, but because it was pre-market, but yeah, those are the trades for today. Do like, subscribe, do all those good things. Come back tomorrow. Hopefully, keep this winning streak going. Um, got a challenge going on TikTok. If you don't know the TikTok, it's probably most likely going to be in a bio. Make 2K on the funded account, which I'm on this funded account. I am at $291.91. So I had to make 2K, then take out a K. Like that simple. Not really too hard. Well, it is hard because you're trading money, but not brain wise hard to think about. So I think I can do it, especially by the end of the month. Cause I have so much time this month. Um, yeah, I think I can do it. But yeah, like, subscribe, follow the journey, follow the challenge. Let's do it together. But yeah, Tribe Trader is out. See you guys tomorrow. Love you guys. If I can get the click. Just don't worry about this. I just hit out. Tribe Trader out.